Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Semi-original guy here, aka Mr. Cannon from AWBW, bringing you another live league game of the day. Today we are playing on You've Got to Know Nothing Lasts Forever. This is a fairly new map that has been added to the live pool. I'm not sure if it's a new map, but it is a map and it's new, relatively new. Pretty cool stuff. Alrighty, folks, we are joined here by theredjames5 and Noobplaine, aka Floppa on the Advanced Wars Bioweb Discord. Two prevalent players in the live league. You see these guys often. I've played against both of them, and they're both pretty good. Pretty good, folks. They ain't too bad at all. Now, this is a very controversial map because there is a one-day reinforcement range to the center, and the bases are right next to each other. So this map leads to direct combat very, very quickly. Now today we have two COs. We have Kindle and we have Rachel. Now Kindle gets 140% firepower on urban terrain, plus her co-power will do 3 points of global damage to anything on a urban terrain except for silos, and her high society will do a massive firepower boost of 3% per city owned. In addition to that, the co-power raises her firepower to 80, the super raises to 130 base, plus the additional damage. So she can be very, very effective, folks. If you haven't capped a city and you're fighting Kindle, most likely you ain't getting that city. That's just the way it goes. We also have Rachel. Now Rachel has no day-to-day abilities except for the fact she gets +1 healing on properties she owns. So instead of healing 2, she heals 3. In addition to that, her co-power allows her luck to go up to 39%. So she could potentially get a close to a 40% firepower bonus. However, it is luck, it is random. That's the way it goes, folks. You're messing with loot boxes when you're playing as Rachel. Now, her super co-power is the one that people normally will do, is covering fire. It fires 3 area 3 missiles that target the highest accumulation of infantry, value, and unit count. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into this one. I do have the damage calculator here as per a suggestion from somebody in the comments in the last video. I will try to make use of it if in the event we feel like we need to do that. Alrighty, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this one. Because as we know, on day 1, 2, and 3, standard infantry builds. You gotta get the infantry on the field, folks. Number 1 priority in Advanced Wars. That is what you gotta do. Now, interesting little thingamajiggy going on here. It looks like the Red James has not immediately rushed the center property and has actually gone for the back cap before anything else. Sending the infantry up north and south. You know, this is pretty standard stuff. Usually once the vehicles start rolling in, that's when you see a lot of combat in the center. Now, I don't think this is really that bad of an idea considering it is Kindle. She will get a massive firepower when she is capping that property. So, will it be an issue? We will not know until later, folks. That is just the way she goes. And we do have a tank build here on day 4. Looks like Noobplaine is going to most likely be able to back that up with another tank. Not too bad at all. Interestingly, he is actually jumping off of the city here. Now, it is probably not advisable to stop the cap here to go to the city, but some crazy people might go for it. Now, I do not think that is going to be the case in this one. Nope. Absolutely not. Not advisable whatsoever in order to go and do that. And we do have an early engagement here from Noobplaine, actually taking a shot on one of the cap and infantry, doing an 8-6 trade. Builds an artillery to back up his tank here. Now, this is very interesting because it is a very direct line of combat. Now, artillery needs a movement to actually go and set up before it can fire. Now, tanks can fire right away, but do you really want to be attacking anything on a city? The answer is most definitely probably a no. Now, the main reason you don't want to be doing that is because of the COs that are being played. Now, we have Kindle and we have Rachel. Two notorious city campers. Both of these players, both of these COs are incredibly strong when it comes to camping on cities due to their day-to-day abilities. So, you want to be doing it? Probably not. Probably not. Alright, Noobplaine has a nice little engagement rate here. Not too bad, taking this guy out. Red James did manage to finish the infantry on the mountain here, so that is pretty devastating to lose an infantry that early. Red James does have an interesting choice to make. He could wrap around, take a shot at the artillery, but he would in turn lose a tank because of that. So, is it advisable to do that? Who knows, man? We're just gonna see what happens here. Alrighty. Got an artillery build of his own and given up the neutral property space right there. Very advisable considering we are in artillery range. We don't want to be just sitting there willy-nilly. Okay, both players are approaching their airports now. Now, air units are going to be very, very effective on this map. Air units are very, very effective against Kindle because they won't get hit for as much counter damage. However, like I said, the fact that we have a one-day reinforcement range to the center makes anti-air play incredibly viable. Double tank build over here from the Red James, and a nice little defensive position with 2 tanks in the front, 2 infantry on the bottom, and an artillery just sitting pretty right there, surrounded by his friends and family. People sworn to protect them. Alrighty, airport is captured. Comm tower is being acquired over here by the Noobplaine. Takes a shot on the 6 HP cap and infantry in the north. Bringing the units back and reforming the line over here. Very strong position, I would say. Very little first strike potential. We could potentially attack this guy, but you know, artillery. Like I have been saying from the start, folks. You may think artillery are not the way in live, but they can be very good. So if you can figure out a good way to utilize them, I say bring on the artillery, folks. We got a mech build over here from the Red James. Now, mechs, controversial unit. They are very slow, but we are so close to the front line that mechs can definitely get some stuff accomplished. Now, in theory, I would favor I would favor Rachel for this matchup because of the superpower. And Noobplaine actually goes in and does a nice little clear on a tank, managing to strike an artillery, taking it all the way down to 4. And we'll be able to back that up with an artillery and a strong front line assault right here. So this is looking very favorable for Rachel at the moment. Double infantry battlecopter build, so we do have a battlecopter on the field. Red James is going to have to either build a copter of his own or build one of those anti-air very, very soon. And we do have a couple engagements. We have an attempted snipe of a city over here, not within battlecopter range and not oh no, it is in tank range. So we are in tank range, so that definitely is possible. Now, what other options do we have? Let's see what the Red James decides to do. So we're unable to clear an infantry, capping the property here. Now this is very, very common. 3-star terrain and only 1 comm tower does not guarantee a clear on an infantry. Especially when we do it with a 7 HP infantry. So 100% not going to be cleared, but we do take it down to 2, which is very nice. And we managed to clear 2 tanks and bring the mech forward, so it's not looking too bad. However, we do have very strong artillery in the back lines at the moment. And you know what? It's almost to the point where maybe even popping the co-power for Rachel might even be advantageous, because we could do a lot of damage to these units. However, that super co-power is just far too good in this situation because of the massive clump of units. Now, nice clear on the frontline units here, taking a shot at a tank from a road. Not very good terrain to do it from, but very, very nice hit. And limited options for the Red James. He only has 2 full HP tanks and a mech. The mech is going to do some damage. He is gonna come out of the locker room. His theme song is gonna be playing. There's gonna be pyrotechnics, massive damage. He's gonna deliver the hurt. He's gonna deliver the smackdown. 1, 2, 3. You watch this tank go down. This mech has been waiting for this moment. He's been waiting his whole life for this moment. He's ready. The anti-air comes in. The infantries are moving in. The 3 HP tanks are moving in, taking shots at artillery. And then, so he doesn't lay the massive smackdown. Okay, so it's a 2 count. It's a 2 count. He kicks out, but his tag team partner comes out from under the ring, hands him the brass knuckles, and finishes the job. Boom! It is gone. The mech wins the Cruiserweight Championship. He doesn't win the Heavyweight Championship. Definitely a Cruiserweight, but he got it done. Beautiful clear right there. Beautiful clear on both of the artillery in that little engagement. And at this point, it is vitally important that Kindle clears units, because that super co-power is going to be coming and it is going to hurt. Now, Red James, massive lead, 60,000 value against 30,000 value. Wow. Now, that does pump up to 33,800 at the beginning of Noobplaine's turn. However, a massive hit has been had. So, what will the Floppa do? We go around back and we attack the anti-air, the only threat to the battlecopter, and we get covering fire. Let's see what happens. Oh, double missile on the bases, attacking the classy medium tank, the infantry, and the 2 indirect units. Very, very strong attack on a very, very classy unit. Big damage, big damage. Now this is fantastic for Noobplaine, because now Noobplaine is going to be able to come in with the tanks and deliver some absolute carnage to these tanks on low defense terrain. And the mech, unfortunately, has been hit. Maybe that's a money in the bank situation here. Right after the fight is done, somebody just comes in and just strips him of the title. Unfortunate circumstances for that mech, but he definitely got some value. So props to the man. Props to that man. He got it done. Alrighty, Red James. 7 minutes and 42 or 46 seconds on the clock. What is he going to do? He is going to clear that infantry that thought it could come up and stop that cap. There is no chance. Absolutely no chance, especially with Kindle having 140% firepower normally, boosted by 10% with the comm tower. That is 150% damage, destroying that infantry. Now, this is going to make it so this guy is not going to be able to finish the cap at all, because this infantry is going to heal up to 9 next turn and deliver the pain. Medium tank moves in, takes an infantry all the way down to 2, followed up by a tank taking it out, and an attack from a city doing 80% damage. Savagery, folks, savagery. Pure violence happening here. Infantry moving up to block the tank, 2nd infantry moving up, and we clear the unit in the center here. There is no chance for that guy. Now, at the end of all those engagements, now the game has fairly evened out. 14 units for the Red James and 11 units for Noobplaine. Now this is actually what I would say is probably a good live league game. Now, mainly because there is only a few units that you actually have to move, so you're going to be able to manage your time quite well. However, it is the added stress of constantly having to fight in the middle that can really wear you down. Alrighty, continuing on, the 2 HP infantry clears the 1 HP infantry, and we have acquired a cap, and our 9 HP infantry strikes this guy down, taking 2 counter damage from a 2 HP infantry. Wild stuff, man. Wild stuff. Alrighty. Now, Red James has a, or not Red James, well, Red James does have a massive army here. Now, Noobplaine Only 15,800 funds in the bank, so he's unable to actually purchase a classy medium tank of his own. So he's gonna have to get a little bit creative here in what he is gonna do. So it looks like we don't actually go for the clear on... I guess we did go for the clear on the anti-air. This anti-air is still in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unfortunate, we are going to be losing that battlecopter next turn. But that is okay. There are not really too many units around that can contend with the tanks at the moment. The 6 HP medium tank is most likely going to be able to sit on this city. Even with artillery right there, it is possible for it to sit on the city and do a lot of damage. However, it might be more advisable to actually just attack from where it is, or maybe go up here and attack. What is the medium tank going to do? Now, we might even get a clear with a 4 and a 6 on this, but I'm pretty sure it's not possible. Yeah, 6, not possible. But we do get a clear with the 3rd unit right here, so very, very nice. Very nice indeed. Beautiful. So double infantry attack. Not a guaranteed kill there for sure. And 3 HP is abandoning all hope on capping that property. That is definitely not going to happen. Just moving on to the road. And it looks like Noobplaine is now going down to cap one of these properties here. Still a little bit low in the unit count. I don't really see any clears aside from maybe 1 infantry. Might be able to clear this infantry, but it might be better just to pull back at the moment. I guess we do clear 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we do have 3 clears. So 3 clears is okay. You know, that does keep the unit count pretty average between the two. So we keep going from like a 14 to 10 to 10, 14, 14 to 10. Something like that, you know? Red James does have access to the co-power. Whether or not he's going to be going for it, it's another story. But he does. Boom. Goes for the co-power. This basically secures this guy to be able to get the kill. Because this going up and attacking this at the moment, this is going to be countering attacking with a 90% fire. Maybe even 200. But either way, it's going to be a pretty hefty little amount of damage here. You know what? Let's go ahead and consult the damage calculator. Alright, let's swap this. We have an infantry attacking from a plane against a co-powered Kindle on a city. We get rid of super co-power. We deliver 36 to 41% damage and get fired back. Fire back 59 to 64 or 69 to 75% damage. That is just insanity, folks. Insanity. We do not want to be taking those shots. Not sure what we were trying to do there. Maybe. So maybe he's trying to go for the clear with the anti-air. Yeah, okay. I believe that an anti-air probably would have cleared that tank regardless, right? So that's a 3 HP tank. Let's go ahead and consult the damage calculator again. Alrighty. So this time the attacker is Kindle and we have an anti-air unit. And this anti-air is attacking from a silo, which does not actually give her the power bonus. So we're just going to say she's attacking from the road. And I believe that is a road. That is definitely a road. Beautiful. So we got a road, we got a tank, and we got 3 HP. We are sitting at 30 to 39% damage, guaranteed clear, even without the infantry hit here. So all this infantry hit is really doing is just further injuring our infantry, and that is it. So either way, boom, we clear that, and then we almost get a clear on the artillery. That guy is definitely feeling the hurt, but is still in the fight. Now, it's actually 12 units. 12 units to 11 units. 55,900 value versus 40,700 value. And if we can figure out a way on how to take out this medium tank, there is going to be a big shift in the power dynamics here. Ooh, we go in for a roll. Going for a roll, and it does not work. Unfortunately, that roll would not work at all, because I do not believe that those rolls are any more than 18% maximum. So there is a possibility with chip damage, but I'm going to say that most likely this guy's going to survive no matter what. We're not going to consult the damage calculator on that one. We are going to continue on with the flow of the game. Another tank taken out on a city. Ooh, this is actually allowing an anti-air to go and sit on a city as well and take out an infantry, which would allow a battlecopter to move in and actually occupy a city of its own, giving it very, very direct reinforcement, direct attacking range into the center. Ooh, and that is the move that has been chosen. The Red James' position in the center is looking fantastic. However, Rachel has the great equalizer. She has the pyros almost queued up and ready to go here. There is going to be a very, very good chance that we could get it. We are only 7,000 away. We're only 7,000 away. Now, is it possible with 7,000? Probably not. But we're very, very close. Anti-air clears the classy medium tank. What a gentleman. Holy moly. Just manages to clear it. Now, anti-airs, you know, they do some damage against medium tanks. I'm not saying that they don't. This anti-air is definitely cooked because it's got double shot potential over here. Battlecopter could potentially move in. We just gotta watch out for this one over here. But it is very advisable to pull back at this point, considering that that missile is coming next turn without a doubt. Alrighty, I probably, like, as much of an idea as it is to go forward, I might have even put it here because, like, the missile's just gonna smack this front over here. 100%, yeah, triple missile in the center. Oh my god. Sturm confirmed. Rachel is the new big bad of Advance Wars, launching massive strikes. Holy macaroni and cheese. Taking Red James's value all the way down to 32,000. What is he gonna be able to do? Manages to clear an infantry, or not an infantry, but a tank actually just sitting there, and clears another tank over here. That was a tank, right? Ooh, 7 HP tank cleared by this full HP tank. It's not really too many options aside from that. Manages to clear one more tank, just does a little block here, builds more units. Okay, so not really too many options, but that's about all that they had. This is a very, very low unit count matchup. Manages to clear the 1 HP tank, so that's not too bad. When it comes to properties, getting this property is perfectly fine. I don't really see an issue with it. You could capture the comm tower and just dominate on the firepower, but there is a reason for this, because Red James capping this one. So Noobplaine is just doing a mimicry with his capture over here, because if they're gonna swap properties, then you might as well keep the income up. Alright, double clear and a no, not a confirmed clear. Now sadly, with one copter and one tank, that is not a guaranteed one-hit KO. It does have potential to be a one-hit KO. Maximum rolls would be 48% to 57%. So there is a possibility, but unlikely. Unlikely, folks. Alright, we do got that property flip, and we got an Urban Blight. Oh, and that is going to delay the capture down here by quite a bit. 2 days. 2-day delay on that capture. and clears another tank in the center, building a recon out of all things right now. We are going to be sending this recon down south to snipe that guy out of existence. That is the plan, 100%. Manages to clear another 1 HP tank, sitting there on a city, brings the tanks forward, clears another tank, and manages to clear the anti-air while bringing 3 infantry up and a battlecopter to reinforce the center. Ooh, Red James sitting down at 7 units now. It is not looking good for the Red James. However, we did just clear a battlecopter in the front and further injure the front line. Double tanks, and the comm tower is being captured at the moment. Noobplaine finally capturing that bottom city, flipping the income back in his favor, and avoiding the copter battle over here and using the copter to interrupt the comm tower, injuring that infantry. So we are going to be on equal firepower here for quite some time. Ooh, unable to actually bring the infantry back to sit on, or the anti-air to sit on a city. That is going to be sitting at 3 HP for quite some time. If we manage to get it to 6 HP, that would have been fantastic. But we do follow it up with another anti-air build, tanks moving back, infantry moving back, re-fortifying the front line. This has been a wild game. Wild game. We have seen so much combat happening in the center here. And unfortunately, we do get another clear on a infantry, or on a tank right there. But this is a very, very bad position. Very bad position for the Red James at the moment. If Noobplaine, if he actually decided to go co-power at the moment, there is a very high likelihood that we could clear all the frontline units. But is that going to happen? Probably not, because I feel like Noobplaine is a copying machine. That is what he goes for. He wants the co-powers, and that's it. Or he wants the super co-powers, and that's it. That's the one. That's the one indeed. Alright. Builds the classy medium tank. Both of these players have done a very good job of at least building one of the classy boys. I am very proud of both of these players indeed. They get the semi-original guy stamp of approval. Mass, oh my god, just 80%. These 80% damage hits from urban terrain are just incredible. Just incredible, folks. Kindle is a monster. Alrighty, day 21 already. Also, my lord. My lord. Alright, clearing that infantry, attempting to cap the comm tower up here. Very, very good. We are not going to be getting that. Unfortunately, the infantry down here was also cleared by this recon. And it's actually backed up at the moment by an anti-air. This copter is not going to be able to go up and attack this recon. This recon is, you might not think this recon is super threatening, but this recon is incredibly threatening at the moment. If these battlecopters are forced to go up and fight in the mid, this recon moves over here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is a 2-turn lock on that airport, especially if we reinforce with a anti-air. So this is an incredibly dangerous recon. We got to be watching out for that guy. And the battlecopters move up to continue the fight up north. So as expected from those guys, and oh no, and we have no air unit built. So this guy is going to be able to freely move right here and possibly be able to do that lock that I was talking about. Oh boy, we're going to see day 22 right now. Oh, so we do not actually bring the anti-air down to assist over here, which is perfectly fine. Anti-air clears a battlecopter. That is what they are meant for. Now, I'm just curious to see if the recon is going to go. Oh, the recon does not go down to attempt to lock the airport. That is quite unfortunate. I definitely would have considered putting that down there. However, I mean, there is a tank here, right? So maybe not the best move, but definitely something to think about. Noobplaine has the co-power. Red James has 2 classy medium tanks on the field. Are they both going to get struck? Oh, one classy medium tank gets struck, two classy medium tanks get struck, and this bottom line fell. This bottom line took a massive hit. Ooh. Shows a whole lot of restraint here, not actually going up and finishing that medium tank. Unfortunately, if this medium tank went up and finished this one, that would have been a death sentence. So, good job on Noobplaine for realizing that. Clear on the tank and clear on the battlecopter this turn. 9 HP medium tank and 6 HP medium tank still on the field. And both players are still managing to clear many units on the field. This game has not really reached any higher than maybe 15 to 16 units on the field per player. Alright, we are definitely just refortifying the line. This is a very dangerous situation for the Red James as well. Noobplaine actually does have a infantry that can go down here and start threatening caps immediately. However, the same can be said for the Red James over here. But with a medium tank right up here, you never know. You never know how it's going to go, folks. Ooh. We are going to be attempting to cap one of those neutral properties that has been denied the entire game. If Noobplaine is able to capture this property, I am going to heavily favor him to be the victor for this match. But an Urban Blight is popped by the Red James on day 25. He is going to be fighting hard to keep this one alive. The medium tanks and basically his entire army has gone mid. This is what you would call the final push, 100%. Both players are going to be going for it. Are they going to be able to deny the properties? Are they going to be able to secure their own properties? Well, only time is going to tell here. Ooh. This is a marvelous little play here. Unfortunately, it is actually not securing this capture because medium tank on city clears medium tank, battlecopter goes here, destroys infantry. But Noobplaine is ahead 18 to 17 at the moment. So Red James has to capture a property in order to even this game out. He can capture a comm tower also, and that will even the game out, but he's got to capture something. Recon threat on infantry right now. This is very tense. Ooh, we don't use the battlecopter to actually interrupt this guy, which is very interesting. However, we do have a secondary option here because medium tank clears, infantry clears, tank goes here, injures this guy. So that will definitely work. I don't know if that's the plan. That is definitely not the plan. It looks like we are allowing the capture to go through. Ooh, unfortunate. We definitely had a clear potential there, but we did not go for it. Builds another classy medium tank though, so you know what? All is forgiven. Noobplaine very close to getting another super co-power. That'll be like super co-power number 3 or number 4 of the game. Massive clears on basically all the units in the center. Noobplaine takes it from 15 versus 7 units. I fear there is almost no chance to survive this one. However, Red James just did a masterful play here. Join caps on this unit over here. And there is a I don't know if it might be possible. It might be possible. I don't think it is, but it might be possible. We're gonna see. We definitely have a 2-unit clear on this and probably a double hit on this guy, but we are gonna find out very, very soon. Alright, day 27, the final super co-power of the game. Ooh, that tank actually just managed to rush right up there. So 100% guaranteed kill on that unit. Popping the covering fire final 3 missiles fall. Ooh, takes a lot of these guys down. A lot. Oh my god, the damage. This is the 1 HP. Oh, the 1 HP medium tank clears on the other medium tank. That is what you want to be seeing. Oh, and now we have a transport copter drop right beside the HQ. This is very, very dangerous. And that is why the Red James has decided to resign the game. Noobplaine is the winner. Congratulations, Noobplaine, and very well fought from the Red James. That was a tense and exciting matchup. I am very, very happy. Thank you, Floppa, for submitting that one. It was a fantastic one to go over. Congratulations to both players. I just feel like Rachel is just incredibly powerful on this map. Hands down. Kindle is a extremely powerful CO on this map too. Definitely a contender. But with the small proximity of units in this map, I just have to give it to Rachel. She's #1. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I definitely did. Stick around the channel for more live league content in the future. And if you did like it today, consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe. And I will see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye for now.